about the last episode with Bonita, Goddess, and Damond. I will be honest though, they just haven't been bringing the drama as much as I thought they were. Like, we have to realize that we're already halfway through this season. There's only going to be 7 or 8 episodes this season, and we're already 4 episodes in. And we still haven't seen the ladies find out about Damond. I just hate how they drag out, like, the prisoners getting released sometimes. I'm just ready to go ahead and see the 2 women find out about each other, and I want to see Damond try to ask them if they want to have this poly relationship that his delusional ass is so convinced that they're going to go for it. But anyways, we see Bonita, and she is really upset. She's breaking down in tears because her car broke down, and now she has no way to go pick up her man. Like, she had this big plan to go pick him up, they're going to go back to her house, eat. But now she's on someone else's time since she doesn't have a car, which just sucks. It sucks being on other people's time. If that was Bonita, I just would have went and rented me a car, got like a U-Haul, one of those little U-Haul trucks for $19.99 a day, and then just went and picked up Damond. And she's sitting there stressing out because she's sitting here trying to blow up Damond's mother. She's not answering. And Bonita's breaking down crying because she doesn't like to not be on the in and in. She wants to know what exactly is going on. And she doesn't know, like, when she's supposed to be ready to be going out the door because nobody's letting her know. And then finally, Damond's mother stops by with some of his sisters. And she's like, yeah, so I talked to Damond. He's not going to be getting out for a few more hours. It's going to be a little later than we thought, but here's the keys to my car so you can go ahead and pick up Damond. At first I thought for some reason Damond's mom was going to take Bonita, but no, I guess she let Bonita borrow her car, which was really nice of her to do. So Bonita was like, okay, cool, bet. She gets in the car and she starts thinking about things, and she's like, wait a minute, this ain't making sense to me, because she said that Damond told her specifically that he would not be able to call because he was getting released, which is total BS, because anybody who watches the show knows there's plenty of times where we'll see people go to pick up inmates, and on their way they'll get phone calls from the inmates like, hey, you know, sometimes when you get put in the holding cells, yeah, you may not be able to make phone calls, but typically, like, within a few hours of the release, they're at least able to make a phone call. And I feel like Bonita, dating Damond, who's been in and out of jail so many times, she should be aware of that. And she's sitting there thinking about it, and she's like, yeah, so he said he can't call me, which is a good excuse on his part, because he knew that he would not be able to call her from the same prison number since he's technically already out. And she's like, yeah, so how is he able to call me if he said that he can't call? Or how was he able to call his mother? That does not make any sense at all. So she's sitting there questioning things. And I'll give it to Bonita. She's smart. She actually sits down, thinks things through, and questions things. When it comes to Bonita, I don't see Damond able to run game on her for very long. Like, I give it maybe a week and a half tops before Bonita is on his ass and she's like, you're cheating on me. I give it that long. If it even takes that long, I doubt it. But with Goddess doesn't seem to be questioning anything at all. He was with Goddess. He was a little 30-second man, got it in and got it out, and then he left. And Goddess was all sad because she's like, oh, I thought we were about to be spending like all day, every day with each other for the next week. But here's Damond saying, no, my phone's broke, I gotta go fix my phone. And instead of offering for Goddess to take him, he wants to go with one of the homies. And he said he had to go see his PO, so Goddess was like, okay, that's fine. But he was literally gone all day. His phone wasn't fixed. He wasn't reaching out to Goddess. And Goddess is just back waiting at her place, waiting for him to come back at any given moment, which is messed up on his part. He should have just been honest with her about how long it was going to take. Like, come on, dude, you got kids. You should have just told Goddess, hey, you know, I'm going to go see my kids for a while and visit with my kids. And if I was dating someone, that wouldn't be questionable to me at all, because I'm like, okay, I want you to see your kids. If anything, if you don't want to go see your kids as soon as you're released from prison, I would be questioning that, because that's weird to me. Like I said in previous video, I still think it's out of pocket that he chose to get out to Goddess instead of Bonita, because as a father to, I think he said he has 4 children, he's the one that's going up and down when we first introduced to him saying, oh, I'm the father that wants to go to all the PTO events. I'm the father that wants to always be there, but you don't want to be there for your kids the first day you're released. And anyways, So he goes over with his homie to go see his PO. Goddess is just waiting back for him. And Bonita's driving around Damond's mom's car, and she's just questioning how the hell did she know. She can't get that off her mind. She's just replaying it in her head over and over again. And finally, she pulls up. She sees Damond, and Damond's ass, I don't know, he reminds me of like Minnie Mouse or something. His ass is so little. He looks like he's like a good 5'2" or something. Like, he looks smaller than both Goddess and Bonita. And there's nothing wrong with that, but damn, he's probably one of the smallest inmates I think we've seen in a hot minute. He's like fun size in my opinion. He reminds me of Derek. But anyway, she pulls up on him. They hug. She jumps up. I'll give it to Damond though. He caught her, so he may be little, but he's strong. And he sat there and spun her around. They get in the car. They're driving. He's ready to get back home, and I think she was making like fried chicken or something for him. He's ready to get back home and get some fried chicken and probably get it in for another 30 seconds. Maybe he might be able to last a little longer since he was hopefully able to build his stamina up a little bit with Goddess. But he sat there and was driving, and Bonita still cannot get this shit out of her head. So she brought it to his attention. She said, yeah, so I'm just trying to figure out, how the hell did your mom know that you were getting out? And Damond, this shit is not going to last because this man is a terrible liar. He's sitting there like trying to compute and calculate everything. It was taking him way too long to answer the question. You know, like that meme they have, like when somebody's asked a question, they have like all those hard math problems they show like above their head. That was Damond in that moment. He's sitting there trying so hard to come up with a good lie. It took him a good like minute or two to finally respond to Bonita. At first I'm like, damn, is he gonna respond? Like, does he not have an answer? And he finally said, I can't even remember what he said, but whatever it said sounded like complete BS, and I think Bonita saw right through that. Like, Goddess, he might get away lying to Goddess like that because she seems a little more naive. She's not really familiar with Damond on the outside, but Bonita, who's been messing with his ass for years, who has multiple children with him, she can tell when his ass is lying, and I think she saw right through him in that moment, and now she's starting to question everything. It was throwing her whole vibe off, but when they finally got back to her house, they were willing to put everything to the side, and he was ready to eat and get him some, take her to Pound Town. So that's pretty much it, guys. And you know, Goddess is still back at her house waiting like a sad little puppy. I feel so bad that he did her like that. Like, I don't get it. Like, you had Bonita in your corner all these years. She's been rocking with you all these years, being faithful to you. Yeah, she sold your shit that was scandalous as hell. But, like, come on, man. Why you gotta do Bonita like that and go look for another woman? And if he's willing to do that to Bonita, then he'll be real quick to do it to Goddess when it comes to another woman. But, like, I think Damond even admitted, like, hey, if they start acting up, I got other options. So let me know what you guys think about everything in the comments below. Hopefully we get to see them find out about each other in the next episode or two. I really hope they don't drag it out to the season finale. But knowing WeTV, they probably will. But let me know what you guys think, and thank you so much for watching.